Through dreams, I influence humankind.
Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Dominaria United is here. I'm freaking stoked. You should be stoked as well. We got a brand new standard format, a big rotation, and lots of cool stuff happening, including Joda the Unifier. Yeah, so whenever you see a card that costs white, blue, black, red, green in Magic, typically the immediate response is, oh, this is a a meme, a cutesy commander card, not meant for serious competitive constructive play. Wrong. Joda the Unifier is an unbelievably good card from Dominaria United. Mythic Rare. It says 5/5. It's actually a 6/6, but we'll get to that. Legendary creature, human wizard. It's a coat of arms for legends. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Note that it does not say other legendary creatures, so this counts itself immediately, and therefore it becomes a 6/6 immediately. Just terrible at templating. It should definitely just be a 6/6 and say other, but whatever. And then whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library to exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast a card that pays its mana cost with the rest on the bottom. So basically, Legendary Cascade. It turns all of your legendary creatures into Bloodbraid Elves for other legendary creatures. And a legendary card, sorry. And that's just an obscenely powerful effect because not only are we pumping our team with Joda, but every legend you cast after that will be 2 legends in 1, card advantage, pumps the team even more. And the only downside to Joda is that it ends the game so quickly, you don't get to use the Cascade effect that often. So now the problem, of course, with Joda is that's all well and good, but can we actually cast Joda and the cards associated with it, and then are there enough good legends? And the answer is yes and yes. We'll start with the lands here, because that's the most important thing in our 5-color deck. We have 2 5-color lands to play. Plaza of Heroes is the first one. This one's from a new set. Just have Serenity color for legendaries, basically. And that's more words, but whatever, that's the important part. And then we go back to Neon Dynasty for Secluded Courtyard, the improved unclaimed territory. And if you can build your deck with all legends and all humans, now you have 5, I'm sorry, 5, where did I get 5 from? 8 lands that tap for any color for all of your stuff and come in untap, which is absolutely huge. So we have built a legendary human deck with 4 Courtyard, 4 Plaza, a couple Triomes here and there, Headquarters, Jetmir's Garden, a couple of other random Triomes. And then the really cool thing is how well the legendary lands from Kamigawa and Dynasty play here, because they all get the cost reduction, especially Seat of the Empire, where very often Seat of the Empire is just 1 white, uncounterable spell, deal 4 to attacker or blocker. So we're playing 3 of these, getting some extra value off of our lands here. And then we go over to our legends. So we need legends that are also humans to make our mana base work. And there are a lot of them. Thalia, insanely good in this deck. We're playing all creatures for the most part. And then we have sort of a sub-theme. Alright, so the main theme, of course, is Joda, 5-color legends, yada, yada, yada. The sub-theme is just play Lifelinkers and play Halana and Alena partners to pump them up. This card's really, really, really good. Just an excellent card. We have Halana and Alena and a Giant Sleeper Agent to pump up Lifelinkers here. And we got Dennick, Pious Apprentice, 2/3 Lifelinker with a graveyard ability. We've got Shana the Purifying Blade, which can also draw cards, which is awesome. And just making things big, Adeline, just a great card in general. Tovolar, Dire Overlord, pretty good card. That's really cool. So we have this sort of like legendary beatdown theme, and of course we build up to Joda the Unifier, which is phenomenal. And we also have Katilda, Dawnhart Prime helping out here from the human side of things, giving all your human creatures the ability to tap for mana of that creature's color, so a little mana ramp. We have Old Rutstein also providing some mana ramp as well, a little mana ramp here, creature token there, and then our removal in the form of Lagrella the Magpie, Brutal Cathar, not a legend, but still a human. And then Leyline Binding, which of course is one of the best cards from a new set as well. So this deck has been super, super exciting. Just a very fast, very aggressive, very powerful deck with a huge top end. We have Legends of a sideboard too. Darren's good against sweepers, giving you a bunch of 1/1s. Lagrella more extra rule. Johnny a little more extra grind. Same with Elspeth. And then Lisa against the red decks, and Kotos the Silent Spider against the graveyard decks. And then a few spells here. We got Tamiyo Safekeeping, Fateful Absence, Dollar stands for little extra removal spells. A few negates. We have I think it's 10 blue sources maybe for negate. So we get negates, Outline Liberator for a little extra enchantment artifact hate, and then 1 specialist to get our stuff back. So super exciting deck. This deck's been a blast to play and really, really powerful. So let's get right to the games. But first, a quick message from our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Legends can be now and forever. No? Anyone? Nothing? Alright. Oh boy, look at this hand. A rare no white mana hand. But we do have Overlord and Partners, and they mulliganed. And we have a lot of white lands in our deck. Let's see, what do we have here? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 20 white lands. I'm keeping this. On the draw, 20 white lands in our deck. And worst case scenario, we have Overlord into Partners. I'm in. Can't stop me. The Bank Busters. Some sort of, oh, it's so awkward. Just your average Dennick. 2 lands that can't cast Dennick hand. Sure. Alright. It's fine. We're going to play our Overlord. There's your Plaza of Heroes. Turn late. A turn too late. So, still casting Overlord over Thalia here, I think. Let's see what they got. Same go. We're also making it night. If they don't want to do anything on their turn, draw a card. Five cards, 4 mana, 1 buster. Wedding announcement. Oh, alrighty then. Oh, it's on. This is interesting. So we can't actually Brutal Cathar. It's not a legend. Which is interesting. Yeah. I guess we just Partners here. We could, I mean, obviously they're going to block the Overlord with the token. We could be, like, aggressive and, like, binding the token and get in and draw a card, but that seems kind of crazy to me, so. Play Partners. Obviously our mana right now is super awkward, but board's still pretty good. They're going to let it hit. Wow. Okay. That's extremely interesting. Maybe they didn't realize what the card did. Alright. Sure, I guess. Looks like a control deck, but they had a wedding announcement also. So, I'm not really sure what they are doing, honestly. I would say our Brutal Cathars can maybe go. They can kill tokens kind of well. Let's get rid of both of these. And then I kind of want... I mean, Jaren's good against sweepers. So is a Johnny. Bring in like a Johnny. Maybe bring in else. Yeah, they didn't really see much of their deck, honestly. It's hard to really get a full, full idea what they're doing. Kind of want to bring in the grindier cards. I think the Planeswalkers. If they're playing counterspells, though, might not be as good. I mean, Jaren's certainly kind of interesting. I'm not sure how good Leyline Binding is going to be. You get like minus a binding, plus 2 Jarens. And then I kind of want the Elspeth also. Maybe we shave... Could shave like a Dennick. Dennick's pretty cool. Rutstein, Dire Overlord. Let's try this. No else. They're playing a counterspell deck. 5 mana sorcery speed planeswalker is not ideal. Let's try this. We're also not exactly sure what they're doing. They could be a more aggressive deck because they did play wedding announcement, so not a huge idea what's going on yet. All right, no 2-drop, but good mana. We're gonna keep this. And I'm having trouble drawing 2s. Feels like Spar's headquarters again. That's fine. So no 2-drop, but we've got an Adeline or an Overlord into Partners. Got a Leyline Binding. So I think we're gonna Overlord here over Adeline. Higher upside if it hits, they kill it, whatever. As the downside here is it dies the lightning strike, but no, we got a counter spell, so make the spear. 4th land. Alright. It's a fairy who slows the sunset. And they're going to untap a land or draw a card. Untap a land. Very interesting. What is unhuman? They could just go over the binding on the Teferi and just kind of deny them the ability to draw a card. They could, in theory, have the Lotus in their hand. There's the new 5-mana Lotus. Untapping that is pretty busted. So the fear is if I play partners, they just kill it. It kind of stinks. And then we have Joda next turn, which is also really good. Alright, I'll play partners. Play partners and say go. Let's see what's up. I almost want them to have a Lotus, honestly. That'd be pretty sweet. What do you got, opponent? I want to remind you all, there's a companion article to this video, as always, on CoolStuffInc.com. If they had the Lotus, well, how could you slow roll a Lotus there? It's like the best possible thing you could have. All right, so they have a Lotus, untapped Lotus and a land, so they just made 5 mana, made a bunch of mana. And what's the follow-up? It's a very untapped Lotus, say go. That's it? That's the best you can do? All right. I think we're gonna attempt Adeline. So we can play Katilda also. We have white, 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 white. Yeah, we can go. Let's actually play these Sea of the Empire. I think the Takenuma is more important. So let's play Adeline and try to give it haste with Halana. Essence. Alright, that sucks, I'm sure. Alright, play Katilda. Alright. So, the thing is, they only have 1 card left, so... Now what? When I built a Timeless Lotus deck for my 10 new brews, but the issue that I had was that there wasn't really a good mana sink for this. You get a bunch of mana, but... Alright, so here we go. What's the big finish going to be? Land number 6. They have 11 mana. What do you got? What's it going to be? Tap 5. Play 1. Alright, I mean, that's kind of crappy for us, but sure. Alright. And we draw a courtyard. Alright, so Blaze on Human. Let's play the old Joda. It's pretty big. Just say go. Again, they have essentially infinite mana. They can tap, untap. They can tap for 6, untap. Tap for 6 is 12, 50, 40. They have 17 mana at present. The question is, can they do something with 17 mana? Plus Emperor.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Tap for 5. Oh, God. Essence Scatter, sweet. Okay. Destroy evil. Sure. Why not? Untap the Lotus and just say go. Alright, well, this is a 4 mana play. That's not really that good for us. Let's cycle this, I guess. We draw the Corrupted Bishop. So we can bind. I'm not binding the Teferi here, honestly. I'll just like not let them have another look at the top 3. So that sucks, but hit Teferi and say go.
Really should have seen that coming.
I'm gonna hold the Takenuma. Make a 2/2.
Keep watch for intruders.
Draw Plaza. So we can just go Jaren and then we can Takenuma, which is kind of cool. So play this. Play Jaren. So when Jaren ATBs, I get to lose a life and make a token. And then we can end step Takenuma and go find something good. Get back Joda or Adeline or Tovolar. Add a counter.
I
First strike
got
vigilance.
rules to teach you.
Many of your ends have exactly 13 life. May pay 6 mana to transform this, which is hilarious. Alright, so we're going to Takenuma. Let's get back Joda, I think. Shauna's kind of interesting with the life gain on Jaren, but yeah, we should get Joda. And there's a Thalia. Unfortunately, that cannot help us out too much, but cast Joda. Cast Thalia. No Cascade, unfortunately. There are no good 1 mana legends. And now the question is, do I want to try and attack the Emperor? Because they have a way to kill my Joda. I lose my Bishop. But I think I do. Alright, don't get me here. Just gonna block. We get a Raffine or something. We getting Farewell would be backbreaking. That would not trigger this thing. If we get back there to Fairy, depopulate. Alright, that wasn't that bad. So I get 2 tokens. I drew a Johnny off the depopulate because I control a multicolor creature. So that wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. Make it 2/2. We draw Halana and Alena. That's pretty good. So we can actually make moves here on the Wandering Emperor if we're feeling frisky. We can cast this. We could like a Johnny minus. Oh, sorry, I can't sign 3 mana. So let's just partners. See what happens. We're going to make disappear, sacrifice number token. Sure, that's fine. Fine. Alright, so now I get to kill their Wandering Emperor. Cool. Resolve a Johnny, perhaps.
Try not to miss me.
Plus a Johnny. Johnny's are pretty good, honestly. Maybe we might do a Johnny main. Get a Lagrella, cool.
Every day more rally to our glorious.
Alright, Jetmir's guard. Yeah, we're just going up here. Let's go. Secluded Courtyard goes in the bottom.
Join us. Perfect.
And cycle this. Alright, I mean, sure, I guess. Let's say go. I'm playing a naked Lagrella here, but Johnny's nice, honestly. Cycle the Garden and draw Thalia. Draw a Seed of the Empire. Bottom Sundown Pass again. Alright. We have the Plaza of Heroes up. Legendary creature gains hexproof and shuckle down turn. Probably not going to use that, but they are 24. They gained a lot of life this game so far, but we're making moves. Another Plaza. Another plus. Another Thalia, sure.
Every day more rally to our glorious.
Attack for 4. Play Plaza Sigio. Game is slowed to a crawl a little bit, but we have the emblem where you every cast a creature spell, your opponent gets 2 poison counters. So you could try and lean into that and ultimate the Ajani, but I don't think I want to, actually. Ooh, now I drew another creature. That's pretty tempting, actually. So if we go to the emblem, we only need to cast 2 more creature spells to win the game. So the emblem is whenever we cast a creature spell or Planeswalker, target opponent gets 2 poison counters, and it's cast, not resolves. And this is where 2 spells also. I think I wait, though. It's close. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just do it. There's your emblem.
By Phyrexia's hand, flesh will fail.
Freaking stupid jerk face of Johnny playing for the bad guys. We're gonna play Dennick. That's 2 poison counters. Essence Scatter? Yeah, whatever. Can we just do it again? Dennick's been great. I like this card a lot. I'm a big Dennick fan. 2 more poison counters. And I mean, we're not going to cast the extra Thalia. We're just going to say go. We're also like winning the game by attacking, and we have 2 mana for a clue, so. Very slow as the sunset is here. Floating a. Or no, nothing actually. So that's the problem that when I built my timeless, I was like, I had this exact same problem. They have 1,000 mana in play and just nothing to do with it. There's no good mana sink. The creature lands are gone. If there were still the creature lands like Den of the Bugbear and the Cave of the Frost Giant, you know, that'd be super sweet. But all right, awesome. Johnny was really, really good there. Very impressed with Johnny. All right, waiting for our opponent. I got legends to play. I don't got time to wait. All right, we got legendary things to do. We got unifications to be had, partners to be made, blades to purify, overlords to dire, dawns to Amazon Prime. Oh no. All right, so 26 lands, the 1 lander's not going to work for us. It's quite the spread though. That is quite the spread. That might actually be a hand of the week here. Sorry, I'm going to get this one over for the old hand of the week skis. Do a little mulligan here. Mulligan down to a reasonable hand. It's not great, but headquarters, Plaza, Seat of the Empire. We do have, like, you know, Shana into Halana, which is great. On the draw, gonna ship a land, or maybe we ship the Seat of the Empire. Actually, just have better mana. I guess like headquarters, Plaza. Yeah, let's just ship the. We have 3 of these. We kind of need our lands anyways. Let's have good lands. If we draw like land here, then we're gonna be sad about that. But Storm Carved Coast. Courtyard, sure. So no 2-drop is not ideal, but I play this on human and say go. And they don't have a land drop at all. Alright, so we need to decide how we're gonna play this one. We could Otawara and Storm Carved Coast. We still play Shana, right? Like, just play it. There's no more Drawing Drops, and there is Syncopate, but Make Disappear, sure, it's fine. And we'll decide next turn how I want to play things to miss a land drop or not. Alright, I mean, sure, I guess that's fine. So is it something? Not a lot of information there. Yeah, I don't know if I want to sideboard heavily here because I'm pretty concerned about if they're like a full control deck, if they're like a, is it, you know, maybe they're more than 2 colors. It's hard to even know what they're doing. On the draw, because like if they're like a control deck, we want our planeswalkers. They have more creatures. We like don't. So I think we might like, maybe we'll like shave a brutal. Let's say the Brutal Cathars. And bring in, like, I mean, the bishops are good against removal spells. Specialist is good against removal spells also. We bring in the 1 specialist. Let's bring like the 1 specialist and the 1 Elspeth for a little extra grind. Again, we're kind of just like spitballing here. We don't really know what they're playing, but Brutal Cathar is probably not great against a blue-red deck with a lot of removal spells. Another 1-lander. Woo! An even wider spread of colors here. I'm gonna take all these hand of the week screenshots and pick the best one, right? So we're gonna mulligan this into. It's not great. We're gonna keep. We're gonna ship Katilda, I guess. We're gonna obviously bank on drawing a land here, so not ideal, but we can cast Katilda, which can help us cast Shana, and then work our way up the curve here, hopefully. Joda the Unifier. We do love Joda, but. Oh my god. They're like completely... Alright, they're not blue-red. They are Blood Tithe harvestering us. I think we're in huge trouble now. Island, Storm Carved Coast, Make Disappear, into Rakdos midrange. So this is just like the Grixis Vampires deck from the old standard format, probably with a little bit of some upgrades. There's your Fable, sure. So now we're very sad we took out our Brutal Cathar. We do draw a land, which is good. We now have 4 mana available. We could try and make a Partners here. It would pump the Katilda as well. So Partners is pretty good here, actually. I kind of like that. Play Partners, get the value for pumping Katilda. If they kill the Partners, it stinks, but we still got value off of it, which is good. And if I draw a land, we can play Joda. Fable's going to discard a Corpse Appraiser. And here comes Goblin Shaman. I don't see a world here where we don't block. So, eat the Goblin. They get their extra mana. Corpse Appraiser's great. Exile a card from the graveyard. Look at the top 3. Very, very good card. They mill Soaring and Otawara. But Alena lives, which is awesome. And now I can just cast Joda. And it has haste. Oh my god. We want to do this, right? Yeah, we want to do this. Play Joda. Oh, I guess I could have Make the Spear. Oh, crap. I forgot that. I'm so... yeah, alright. That's my bad. I got so excited. We were so in the Rakdos mid-range mindset that I didn't even consider the fact that they had counterspells. Even if I cast counterspell in game 1, it felt like game 1 didn't even happen. So, there's an Essence Scatter, which is pretty good against us. And a Cut Down. Cut Down being good against Halana is definitely not cool, but... And a Fable. So, much better hand here in game 2, as they are firing on all cylinders. And untap and draw an Extraction Specialist. No 2s in the graveyard. I mean, we can just, like, partners again. I think we're just dead here. Now they have Reflection plus Blood Harvester, so we're actually just dead. We would need to Binding the Reflection. Yeah, we can't let this live. I only have 1 card left. So maybe we can pull things through here. We just Binding the Reflection and hope we can grind a little bit. Obviously, we're stuck on lands here, too, unfortunately. So this game has not gone very well for us. Katilda on defense, though. Discarding a Mountain. They keep one of the cards that can't be good for us. Soaring the Mirthless. All right.
No cost is too great to quit.
Make a Vampire. Play lands. They're interesting. They're playing the land there, not blooding it away. We draw Seed of the Empire. So we have 5 mana, which means we can't double spell, which kind of sucks actually. But they have the Fable next turn. We can just like partners this turn and set up to Shauna Haste attack next turn, I suppose. They have 1 blood, so they can produce another blood next turn. Yeah. Adeline doesn't really do much. Yeah, just play partners. Hope we draw land for next turn. I guess we can cast these spells next turn. Play partners. Pump Katilda up again. And just say go. We're at 11. Again, we can't let Reflection plus Blood Tithe Harvester go off. They're going to reveal the top card. It's a land.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
And they're going to blood it away. Alright, so now that blood is gone, our things are safe from Blood Tithe Harvester for the most part. Just kidding. Another Blood Tithe Harvester. And we are... Oh, we can block. I'm sorry. Sneaky Reach. Oh, no, if I block them, then they can use the Harvester to kill my thing, though. That's fine. Yeah, so we're not going to block. They would use Harvester, finish off my partners. I think we need a pretty good partners here, so... We draw Old Rutstein. So we can, like, Shauna, give it haste, and make it a 5/5 lifelinker and attack. It's, like, not even that good, honestly. And then play... we could play Adeline also. I guess Rutstein might actually be better, because Rutstein is more defenders. We're at 9. I think we're, like... almost dead here. Their hand was very, very good this game. Obviously, we missed some land drops and so on and so forth. Status for Reed. Play Shauna. Play Shauna. And move to combat. Just gonna attack and gain 5 life. And that means now they also have Reflection plus Harvester. Yeah, we're just pretty dead here, I think. They have Reflection Harvester up. We don't got too much else going on. Yeah, unfortunately, boarding out our Brutal Cathar was just, ended up being the worst thing possible because we just didn't know what they were doing. Play Old Rutstein. And, I mean, now they can kill 2 things next turn also. so they can copy a harvester and then use the extra harvester to kill something else too. Yeah, I think we're dead. Definitely going to be a thing in a new format that you need to be able to beat, which is other shooting grass too, sure. Which is going to be Reflections copying harvester. That was a big key in the old format.
My ways are
Shipwreck
not
Marsh. I killed my Shauna. Yeah, copying harvester is too good. I think are we just dead? Yeah, that's no dead. It's a lot, but lead back. Sure. We have no 2-drops in the graveyard. 6. They have no blockers. Track of Blood. This is like a little aggressive here. If I draw a Joda and give it haste, it's still not really enough. I can't draw land and Joda. Land and Joda is probably lethal, honestly. It would be hasted. It would grow. It would grow the other thing. Yeah, land Joda. If we had a Joda in our hand and we drew a land, they're actually just dead this turn, barring a removal spell, obviously. But we draw Thalia, and we have Adeline. Let's tap this for a mana. Play Adeline. And we attack and kill Soaring and play Thalia. Get it's 2 blocker. And we're still just dead. All right, let's get next game. That's fine. So we missed sideboarded because they didn't do anything in game 1. Their hand was very, very good. We mulliganed to putting out a bad hand. So let's put these. Do I want the Brutal Cathars back in? I never want the Lagrella back in. That's for sure. Lagrella's back in. Jaren is interesting. Just like a bit of value for when my things die. Safekeeping's pretty interesting. Planeswalkers are still good. I think we want a Johnny. When we had specialists there, usually they kill your 2-drops. Like, you know, it's pretty rare for the 2-drop just never to die. So it should have been good, but Leyline Binding is, I don't think there's anything we like desperately want to kill. I think I want to cut these and bring in like, we could leave in the Brutal Cathars. I don't love it. We're on the play now also. It could be a little more aggressive, I think. Jaren seems pretty good. I mean, Jaren and then maybe the Ajani also. Anything I want to cut here? Let's do one Ajani. They still have a board presence and stuff. And do I want safekeeping? It could be pretty good. What else can we shave here? Rutstein, Bishop. Like, Ajani is weird. It's like, it can be good, but if they have the board, it's definitely not great. I think I do want the safekeeping, so we need to figure out a card to cut. Maybe Elspeth isn't very good. They just, like, have board presence, so, like, we can't really rely on a Planeswalker to live, so let's try this. So, better hand for game 3, hopefully. Totally juked out in game 1 there. Looking like blue-red control or something. Actually just Rakdos. This hand's fine. It's not great. We have all of our colors. We have Thalia in the play. One of these is a spell, so... Alright, we can make this work. Turn 2 Thalia. Jaren's pretty good also. Thalia on the play slows things down significantly, so... That's a pretty good draw. So, partner action. Problem is our land's going to get tapped here, of course. No play. Yeah, so we have no play either, though. I could, like, float him out and play this and play Jaren, but that's terrible, so... Oh, I just screwed up. I played the wrong land. I need to play a black land for Jaren. That's really, really bad. Alright. I was thinking about Alena, but obviously we weren't casting Alena this turn. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, it's fine. Made a mistake. It happens. They ain't doing nothing so far. Thalia is doing some work here. Yeah, not having a creature replace is so bad. Alright, so untap. We're not going to cycle this. We're going to untap and draw an Old Rutstein. I think we're playing Jaren here. So obviously I have a removal spell. So just attack for 2 and play Jaren. They're not doing anything. So Jaren ETBs. Whenever this or another non-token human ETB... whenever this ETBs or a non-token human dies, we're going to make disappear that. Sure, that's fine. I guess that was kind of obvious, right? Because they didn't do anything else. But losing Jaren's not the end of the world. We have Joda, partners, Liliana of the Veil, sure.
Something suspicious.
Now the question is, what do I want to play here?
Sacrifices must be made.
We draw a Takenuma. So we can't play 2 creatures at once. We can play Joda, but like their hand just 5 spells. Probably, so... Play Old Rutstein and try and hit a... Actually, if we hit a land to make a mana, we can Halana. And if we hit a creature, it's good also. So it's actually really, really high upside. So let's play this. Land or creature is good. We had a land. Alright, 6. Now I can just go Takenuma. Partners. Maybe I should have played the... I should have played actually, I have 2 of these. So play this. Partner up. And then kill Liliana. Sick. Partners is really, really good.
It's no fun when they hit back.
It's not fun when they hit back. Although, again, Halana falling the cut down is definitely a huge downside. You can play She-Old Red, the Apocalypse. Mill over a creature. We draw a card. Having Death Touch here and having 5 toughness is super annoying. But let's play Joda. And, I guess we have that, so just get in. Attack for 5. Trades. Alright. We are a little light on resources now, but so are they. We have Liliana protection. We got our big boom boom in play, and we're drawing to any legend. Corpse Appraiser. Alright, so they have 3 looks at our removal spell for Joda. Please don't. They mill land. And another Corpse Appraiser. Sure. This one, so card's really good. Appraising corpses. Playing lands. We draw Dire Overlord. Sick. Alright, so play Overlord. Spawn more Overlords. Cascade. How about a Thalia? Boom. Boom. And let's get in here with our... Is it Joda and Insect? Because they block, I get to Seed of the Empire. I kind of want to cycle this actually. Just do this. Attack. In for 8, down to 5. I suppose I could have Meat of Massacre here, but what am I gonna do? Massacre would be for... It would need to be Land Massacre. They have Infernal Grasp, sure. So kill my Joda. They can shrink down a little bit. Still have my Seed of the Empire. Cut down 2. All right. We have our Overlord. End step cycle land. Draw land. Draw a Johnny Sleeper Agent. That's pretty sweet. So I'm going to cast a Johnny for the full amount here. And then probably just put the counters on Overlord and attack. They double block, we break it up. Let's play this for that. This is for each legendary creature you control to modify the cost. Yeah, so
Phyrexia can be your pride.
maybe just plus actually. Plusing attacking is really good. They almost assuredly double block, in which case I just blow them out. So sure, let's do this. Up here. They were sandbagging our removal spread there. We were in big trouble, but here comes the Overlord. Gonna leave back the 1/1. Oh, that's Vigilance too. Sick. There's double block. You say, get out of here. Take a seat. Can't even counter that one. Alright. So, we're looking at Planeswalker and 6/6 versus 3 life, 2 cards. Abel's great and all, but Goblin. We draw a specialist. Ooh. So let's plus Johnny with our top card. I'm sorry, reveal our top card. It is a Katilda.
Every day, more rally to our...
We're gonna play the specialist first because you want to tax their removal spell if they have one. I say 4 mana, but let's do this and get back to Thalia. And then we'll decide exactly. I think we're gonna attack with both. I would assume they have to chump block here. And they go, no, they have a removal spell. Oh my god. Alright. So we're going to lose. I have Otawara. Wow, okay. Alright. They got us. They got us. I'm going to recast the Overlord. Sure. Alright, so Thalia can't attack or block as the specialist, which is fine. They get to the loot here. This is tight. They got a tight game. They only discarded 1 card, too. So. Alright. Well, they only discarded 1 card. They're going to concede. Alright, we'll take it. So, definitely, seems like kind of a hard matchup, honestly. The mid-range decks have a lot of removal spells. Like, a lot. But still able to grind through and take it down, which is awesome. It's going to be, wait for it, legendary. Alright, let's rock and roll. So, no 2-drop, which isn't ideal, but hand's okay. We have Rutstein, potentially for a turn 3 Joda. We have a Binding for a removal spell. Only 3 domain at the moment, but we can keep this. The stand's not great. We would love a 2-drop, but we can make it work. Brutal Cathar. So we see a Xander's Lounge from our opponent. A little Grixis action. Otawara, the draw for us. So, not ideal, but fine. We'll make this work. Rutstein, of course, has an ETB ability. So even if they kill it, we still get a little value. They play a Fable and Mirrorbreaker. Alright, so they're going to play Fable here. We draw Halana and Alena partners. I just can't say that for some reason. We're gonna Brutal Cathar the Shaman here. We would like to play a Legend, Old Rutstein, but I think that making sure we kill this and don't let this snowball is pretty important. So let's play Otawara. I think actually let's just see the Empire with a little more white mana. Otawara might be more useful later than Eiganjo. We'll see. And also my Blood Brutal Cathar here. So obviously we'd love to play a Legend, but you know it's fine. If they tap out for something, we could play partners. If not, we'll just play Old Rutstein. Get ourselves built up for our Joda. We got double Joda here, so that's pretty good. They turn 1 Meat of Massacre and play Liliana of the Veil. Sure. So killing my Brutal Cathar, no big deal. Did its job. And we draw Tovolar, Dire Overlords. Now the question is, do we want to play Old Rutstein or do we want to play Halana and Alena? We kind of want to make sure we get the value off this. It's probably going to die if we cast it, honestly. So I would think that we want to play either Old Rutstein or Overlord. I think I want to have the ability to play Joda next turn. Let's play Old Rutstein and get a little value here. So let's leave our white up. We can't actually cast the Binding yet, but Old Rutstein, milling over a land, perfect. Get a treasure, excellent. Now we're online for Joda next turn. Liliana will plus to make us discard. We'll get rid of probably Binding. Trespasser comes down, and sure, a little value there, but no big deal. Each player discards, so goodbye to Leyline Binding.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I think it's Leyline Binding. You might want Binding for Reflection, maybe, actually. They're about to have 2 cards left. Yeah, you might want to kill Reflection, actually. Let's get rid of Tovolar. Yeah, alright. They discard a Blood Tithe Harvester, actually. Very interesting. So, of course, Blood Tithe Harvester is the wobble combo for Reflections, though. We just drew the perfect card, though. So there's Jetmir's Garden, which makes the Binding cost 1. So now you can cast Joda and Binding the Reflection, which is awesome. So let's fire up a Joda here. And play our big boom boom. Now our Rutstein is a 3/6. Let's attack Liliana with a 3/6 immediately. And they're gonna block with Reflections of Kiki Jiki. Wow, very interesting. Now this is pretty interesting. So they decided to just chump block with Reflections. Liliana has another edict lined up, so they might have a way to remove maybe Old Rutstein or one of these and edict the other one. If they do that, we can always binding the Liliana in response to the first removal spell. So yeah, I think we're good here. Let's just say go. If they plus Liliana, I don't think I care, honestly. I think it's pretty good. All right, let's hit Liliana. Let's stop trying to be fancy. We'll just play Liliana. Play binding. Play binding, get Liliana, and just say go. So they have 2 cards left, we're walking to 3. We've got 2 heaters in our hand. And, of course, Joda in play. Invoke Despair. Ooh, that's just... Oh, my God. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to us. No! Alright, well, that was the actual worst thing possible because we gave them back their Liliana. I guess they would have cast Invoke Despair anyway. Actually, it doesn't actually matter, yeah. Alright. Well, that was an absolutely disgusting turn of events for us. Because now they can redo Liliana and edict us.
It's my home, and I don't appreciate it.
That was bad.
Touch my things.
That was really bad. All right, I think we are in trouble now. Now it comes down to can Joda live? If Joda can survive the turn, we can keep going. But another Invoke Despair would probably end the game. We'll see what happens. They don't play a land either. Oh boy. All right, play Joda and say go. Please don't play another Invoke Despair. Well, that's about as bad as it gets. Yeah, Invoke Despair is pretty good.
Drop it.
Alright, so I think we're dead this game. That's alright, though. We'll bring in some of our mid-rangey, kind of, you know, breakers. But, yeah, pretty brutal game. Pretty brutal game. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Now, if we had another mana, we can go Halana and Thalia. Maybe we could be alright here, but... I said Liliana up again. Yeah, we're in big trouble, unfortunately. Alright, so there goes Liliana. Kill that.
One of your friends has to leave.
Liliana again. Alright. Yeah, Invoke Despair is pretty good.
Happy to help.
Invoke Despair is definitely a very solid card. Starting another Harvester. And we're effectively dead here. We can just go to the next game, I think. So yeah, Invoke Despair hitting our Leyline Binding, pretty gross. Alright, we can just call this. That's okay. So, let's bring in a little bit of our more mid-rangey stuff. We've got, you know, Extraction Specialist, Elspeth. Jaren's actually quite good against Liliana. Might be interested in a few Jarens here. And then maybe the... Lagrella's good against the Fable tokens. Johnny seems kind of good. And then Silent Spider, maybe. So we just brought in a lot of cards. I think the Binding should go. They're so weak to Invoke Despair. We can get rid of those. Maybe shave... Maybe shave the Dire Overlords. Maybe I should be better than Sean. It's hard to say. You have... let's see. Rustine and Jaren making tokens is huge against Liliana. Dire Overlord's probably not going to hit. Let's get rid of these. And then maybe we shave, like... Got Shigeki, Brutal Cathar. Got some Planeswalkers, which is nice. I wonder if shaving a land is reasonable. Because they have a little more of a grind. Old Rutstein. I like Rutstein a lot. Maybe shave Magpie. Yeah, let's do 2 and 2. Oops. 2 Magpie and 2 Brutal Cathar. So a little bit of removal. And yeah, I think our hand was also pretty bad that game, I think, too. We didn't have a 2-drop, didn't really get going that much. If our Old Rutstein hit a creature, which is the most populous hit, and made a 1/1, I would have reduced the ability of Liliana's to be good, like really, really fast. So a lot of things went wrong in that game. That's okay. We can make things go right. We got turn 2 Thalia and an Extraction Specialist to get it back, which is great. A little awkward with Takenuma and Katilda. But that's alright. We'll make it work. Turn 2 Thalia. Thalia is a huge draw to this deck too. Because Thalia, it's not always easy to make a Thalia deck that actually works. You know, with the drawback. But things work very well for us here. Adeline. So unfortunately, our mana is going to be a little bad for us. We're not going to be able to cast our other 2-drop or a 3-drop. The question is, do we want to attack here or not? Kind of don't think we do. Yeah, I'm just gonna say go. We'll attack, sure, whatever. The thing is, if they untap and kill my Thalia, we can't block anyway, so let's get our shots in. 3 mana. And they're going to pilfer me. Going to look at my hand and take a card. Just Thoughtseize with no life loss. It's amazing this effect hasn't been printed yet. Just a simple 2 mana Thoughtseize. Take the Adeline. And get it for 3. Draw land for partners? We did not, unfortunately. So, we get to play Katilda, play land, attack for 2. I'm sorry, actually, we have the 2 mana here. It doesn't actually matter. Let's play this. Attack for 2. And now we have Joda next turn, possibly. We have partners next turn. We got a lot of stuff. Pilfer again. Alright, take the partners. I imagine they're going to have a removal spell for Joda. In for 3. No blocks. We draw Shana the Purifying Blade. So, we just cast Joda here. Tap this for, we have white. Here's Joda. Attack for 5. And now, of course, a bunch of pressure on them to actually kill the Joda. And if they do, we have Shana. And then Specialist, nothing to do just yet. Unfortunately, they saw the Specialist. So they're aware they shouldn't be killing my 2-drops. They have Infernal Grasp. This is just like mid-range removal city. Which is definitely pretty good usually against decks like this. But, we only have 1 blue. So we're going to attack for 3 and just play Lagrella, I think. We could play the Shana. I guess the part of the fear here is that they have a, like a Medic Massacre or something like that. We could Lagrella our own Katilda as well, so that would come back with a counter on it and stuff. We're at 11 and they're at 9. So we could like attack with both of these and then Lagrella remove our Katilda and their underdog. Yeah, I am cool with that. So they go to 6. Play Lagrella. And we're going to hit their underdog and our Katilda. So if this dies, our thing comes back as a 3/3, and theirs comes back as an attack also. Here's Trespasser, a little bit annoying. Does size up well against our board. And a Harvesting. Alright. Old Rutstein. That does kind of pump the brakes for us a little bit, I'm not going to lie. So the question is, do you want a Shana or Rutstein? I mean, Rutstein is more value, I guess, so or Rutstein. If we do mill a 2-drop, we can immediately cast the Specialist and get it back, which is kind of cool, I guess. We, I'm sorry, we can cast both here, actually. We can go black, green, and then we have blue, white, green. Yes, call it. So, cast Old Rutstein. That's going to mill over a creature. Oh, I'm sorry, this Katilda isn't in play anymore. Sure. So, play Rutstein and say go. Alright. What more you got, Rakdos player? Liliana the Veil. Not so good here. Now that we have some tokens in play and stuff like that. Each player discards. We'll go to our Specialist.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Keep Shana the Purifying Blade. They discard an underdog. Sure. And they're going to pass the turn, it looks like. We mill over a Joda, and we hit a Plaza of Heroes. Alright, I mean, it's fine. Play Shana, just say go. We're no real rush here. Liliana's not too great on this board. They have underdog in the graveyard. They just draw Shieldred off the top and no cards in it. Sure. So opponent's deck definitely lines up well against us, and they're drawn pretty well here. That's fine. Shieldred probably the best possible draw. Even that it stops our entire board, and it's going to slowly drain and kill us. Card that I definitely misevaluated in the previous season. Make a token, draw another Rutstein. That kind of sucks. So we lose 2 life. Now we like can't really attack, unfortunately. I guess we could use the Plaza and make this indestructible and then just gain some life and draw a card. But that seems kind of bad. I guess if we're going to discard to Liliana anyway, we might as well just cast this and get another trigger. So we'll keep the old one, get a trigger, it's a creature, and then we'll just say go here. So Shield right here is slowly killing us. Now it's 9-8. Blooding away a Pilfer. Gain 2 life. Player discards. So building up to the ultimate on Liliana, which is kind of annoying. And then you're going to blitz the underdog. And attack with the underdog. We block with the Old Rutstein. And they draw another card and gain 2 more life. Man. Alright. We need a big draw here. We're going to mill over a land and get a treasure. We're going to draw Katilda, Dawnhart, Prime. Lose 2 more life. Katilda's interesting. That's a lot of mana. So now we can, like, play Katilda. Now our legends. Now we can actually just like attack with Shauna, give it indestructible, and then draw 3 cards off of it, which is pretty good actually. The problem is that the Liliana goes ultimate next turn. We could if we go after Liliana, then we're kind of like defenseless in the backswing. Trying to figure out what their Liliana split would be. Need to leave some things back on defense or we just die, obviously. 3, 4, gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Underdog back. I get Katilda back, but I already have a Katilda. It's not ideal. Sorry, folks. This is a complicated board state. If Liliana was a 5, I think we're like fine here. We just like attack with this, make it indestructible, gain 3 life, draw 3 cards. But with Liliana ultimate looming, I'm not sure what we can really do. Aside from throw a lot of stuff away. I mean, the shoulder blocks the Shauna. I guess I would lose life to Shauna. Lose life to this thing too. I think we might just be dead. I guess we lose life off this. Yeah, God. Shoulder, it's so much better than it looks because so many times when you're behind, drawing cards is your way out, and it just stops that from being your way out. All right, let's just do this. Like I don't even know. We'll just stop Liliana if we can. Interesting. So put Liliana on a 1. I've gained life, and now I can draw cards on my end step. I will lose 2 for each card I draw, though. I think I'm gonna pay. If I pay 2, we have 3 blockers up. Let's pay 2. Pay 3, I go to 3, and then 1 on my turn. That's a little too much, I think, so. We're going to lose a card to Liliana anyway. fire up the underdog. I guess attack with everything.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Oh, another underdog. Oh, they cast underdog and then they're blitzing this one. I think we're good. Alright, yeah. I mean, definitely, you know, the all removal spell mid-range deck is good against the creature deck typically. I think our drawing game one was not great. Our drawing game was pretty good, honestly. But things just didn't really work out for us. So, that's alright. We'll take the elf. Can't block here and even survive. And again, Sheoldred definitely is much better than I thought it was in my first initial set review. So, alright. Take the elf. No worries.